Hello friends, this is another lesson in the series of British literature, and in this lesson we shall discuss Francis Bacon. In the British literature, so far we have discussed the playwrights, the poets, but now we have someone special, the person who is famous for writing essays, Francis Bacon. He is famously known as the father of English essays. Okay, there are two terms. The one is father of essays. If I say who is the father of essays, then we have the name from France, that is Michel de Montaigne. Okay, the spellings may be a little different, or maybe okay, whatever it is, yes. So Michel de Montaigne, he is the father of essays. But if someone, or even in the exam, if it is asked that who is the father of English essays, then we have Francis Bacon. One thing I say, on every topic, he has written essays. And on Google, you can search, there is a particular website. In the next video, I shall tell you when we talk about these essays. We can read his essays in their original text. They are not so long, maybe about a single page or so on the website. We can read, and he has presented his views quite remarkably. Means we can be okay. We have the now difference of at least 500 or 600 years. He was born in the year 1560, and now we are in the 21st century. Still, his views are quite acceptable in the modern era, and that is the speciality of this writer. So first, about him, he is an English philosopher. He was also an attorney general. Okay, he remained in the administrative work in the Queen Elizabeth's era. In this era, in this movement of Renaissance, the movement of Renaissance, he gave the scientific approach. Earlier, the people have a religious approach. God was the center of their writing. But now, in this period, we see that man started writing about himself, about mankind. So, the center point of writing became man instead of God. And he promoted this idea that one should reason before believing. This is the approach, or this is the way of thinking he spread, that we should reason before believing anything. This is the principle he gave. Okay, so there may be a spelling mistake again. Yes. And one more thing we can tell about him, that he was the founder of this scientific movement. And he said that test before believing or accepting. We must test, or we must reason. So in whichever way you can say that experiment before assuming or test before accepting, these are the things. Means as in science we have that we should first have some reasons, only then we should believe something. This is the one thing he said. And he was a legal advisor to the Queen Elizabeth, and after that he became Sir. He was given the knighthood. So we used, or we started using the word Sir before his name. So Sir Francis Bacon. And this knighthood was given to him by the King James the First. After Queen Elizabeth, we have James the First. And one more term we should take notice, that he is the father of empiricism. Now, what is this empiricism? Important fact, empiricism is something related to experience. He says that knowledge comes through sensory experiences. We should learn something effectively only through first hand experience, and he is given the title, or the you can say this name, father of empiricism. So remember two terms, father of English essays and father of empiricism, who is Francis Bacon, and father of essays we have Michel de Montaigne. And for his scientific approach, I told you that he is the you can say promoter of scientific views, and he followed one method. So there was once a question as well in the UGC NET exam, which method he followed, and that is of inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning. So if you have gone through, there are two methods, deductive reasoning and inductive. These are pretty simple ones. So inductive reasoning he followed. I just give a brief description about these two methods. What is inductive and what is deductive? First, inductive reasoning. Look, when you have some facts, on the basis of those facts, when you drive or when you create a statement, a journal statement, a principle, that is called inductive reasoning. When we have several facts, and on the basis of those facts, we are producing a general statement, that is called inductive reasoning. For example, in mathematics we have like number 4, it is fully divisible or divisible I should say by 2. Then we have 6, it is also divisible by 2, then 8, then 10. So on the basis of these results we can conclude that every even number is fully divisible or fully divided by 2. So this is inductive reasoning. We have several facts, and on the basis of that we are producing a statement that every even number is fully divisible or divided by 2. One more example we can take, like Earth planet. It revolves around the sun. We have Mars, we have Jupiter, we have Venus, Saturn. They are revolving around the sun. So on the basis of these statements, we can make one general statement that every planet is revolving around the sun. So this is inductive reasoning. And remember, this reasoning is followed by Francis Bacon. Opposite to it, we have deductive reasoning. Deductive means first you have the principle, and then on the basis of that principle you are making other statements. So if we say that all birds can fly, all birds can fly, this is a general statement. So if we know that parrot is a bird, that then we can say parrot can also fly. So first we have a general statement. So this is deductive reasoning. So remember, Francis Bacon was the follower or was following inductive reasoning. Moving on. About his death. Now, it is said that he died while experimenting at Arundel Mansion at Highgate outside London. So this fact actually it is mentioned in a work that is written by John Aubrey. John Aubrey, he has written a work, Brief Lives. Brief Lives. And in that work he mentioned that once, or you can say once or last time, he was experimenting with ice, and it became so cold and musty that he just ended up losing his life. Francis Bacon, He was doing some experiment, maybe to preserve meat or so. The temperature was so cold, it was so cold that he ended up losing his life. Okay, one more thing, there was a question as well. The writing style followed by Francis Bacon, that is aphoristic style. Aphoristic style that is used by Francis Bacon. Now this style actually it means using proverbs or maxims so that in few words you are able to say more things. So maxims are used for the words of wisdom or some true statements. So there may be something deeper than that, but we are not going into that. Just remember for the moment that aphoristic style, it is used by Francis Bacon. There was a question as well. So we take one more question related to, it's almost similar to that, with Bacon essay form. So we have the four options: an intimate personal confession, witty or bodily, imagistic or aphoristic expression of accumulated public wisdom. So this is the right option for this question. So remember, aphoristic expression is used by Francis Bacon. And apart from that, actually there are a long list of works. Not a long list, but there are deeper. These works are like New Atlantis, Advancement of Learning, which we shall discuss in the next video. For the moment, in this video, we just have discussed about his personal life and his approach and the method he used, just the basic things. And there are a number of questions, more than 20-30 questions which were asked in the previous years. So we shall try to discuss all these questions in the upcoming videos. So this is enough for this lesson, and in the next lesson we shall take up his important works. Okay, so thank you and have a very nice day.